All right, I'm Matthew with Competitive Timing. I'm here with Brooker from the Missoula Marathon. He's the race director. We had a great weekend, and I'm just going to ask him a few questions about how things went for him. A lot of the larger races go through a bidding process, and I'm curious why you decided to choose Competitive Timing.
Well, there was a lot of reasons, Matthew, and first I'll say that our reasons were all showing right for race weekend. I mean, we were nervous to make a switch this year, but now that we've made that switch, everybody in the committee was excited that we did. I think that there was a lot that went into the process. You know, as you know, we wanted to make sure, first of all, that our results were right. We had to trust the timer and trust the company. We wanted to make sure that some of the things were provided, like text messaging results. We wanted to make sure there was kiosks for people to get results, plenty of people, plenty of staff to be there for the weekend, and the price had to be competitive too. And that's something that I think shouldn't be left out. So a lot of things went into that process. The committee took a long, hard look at a few different timers, but in the end, you know, Competitive Timing and yourself did a great job of putting on paper and making us feel comfortable that what we were going to get is what we wanted.
Thanks. And now, what was your two-part question? Yeah. What was your experience like working with Competitive Timing, both before the race weekend, during, and even during the day or two after the race?
That was unbelievable, honestly. I mean, the communication was the best we've ever had, whether it's a timer or any vendor we've worked with. I would say the communication we had with Competitive Timing was above anybody else. If we needed something fixed or had a question, it was answered right away. We asked that Competitive Timing work with a lot of different people in our organization, whether it's a race director or a results person, or not results person, but our registration person, our photo guy. A lot of different people were involved in that, and the lines of communication were unbelievable. So it was great at the beginning. You know, from the registration process, when you guys showed up here, where Competitive Timing showed up, the registration process went smooth, the packet pickup went smooth. There was plenty of help and plenty of equipment there to make sure everybody got the right chip, was the right person. It was just great.
Great. And what were some of the benefits you experienced?
I think back to a little bit to what I stated earlier. I think one of the biggest things was we found in the past, what we found with a lot of the races that we're involved in is that there's a lot of questions about results post-race, and a lot of that might be the result, but it also might be you know, what their age is, or what their sex is, or what race they're in. And I think having the work done beforehand and checking all that specific information at check-in made it huge for us. So post-race, there wasn't a lot of those questions. I mean, I yet have had a question that I'm a male or I'm a female or my age group is wrong. I mean, all that information was done beforehand, checked beforehand, and was a really pleasant surprise for us.
Great. And last but not least, would you recommend Competitive Timing to another race director?
Of course, I already have, and I will continue to, 100%.
All right. Brooker.
Thank you, Matthew. I appreciate it.